In this video, I'm going to share about the top 5 things that we need to be doing as college students to prepare for this upcoming semester. And by the end of this semester, by the end of this video, you'll have the keys and the steps that we need to be doing today to be able to prepare for the future. Because if we fail to plan, we're planning to fail. See, most of us, if we're honest, we don't plan to make poor uses of our time during the semester. We don't plan to get distracted by YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any of these other things. But we don't plan not to. And so that's really the main thing in this video, is what are the practical steps and what are the boundaries or structures that we need to put in place to be able to maximize this upcoming semester. I'm Daniel Barnes, and in the description of this video there is a free how to start your next semester strong. So especially if you're a college student or young adult, check that out. So the first thing is, if you're watching this, you got to buy your books. That's the first thing. Either I recommend renting them. It's almost always cheaper to rent them. And usually if you can go on Amazon and go on Chegg and do some price matching and make sure you're getting the best deal possible, because we want to be able to save as much money and be able to invest and give and spend and not just spend a lot of money on textbooks. So that's the first one. The second one is look at your class schedule and create a time-blocked structure for your week. Especially if you're working a part-time job, or you've got an internship, or you're a part of a different clubs or things on campus or online if we're online. Like, those are all considerations, and we want to have an idea of, hey, what does my week look like? Where do I have more time? Where do I have less time? Because what that does is it allows us to go into the week with some level of preparation, some level of, okay, I know which days I need to get some of this homework done. I know which days I need to get other work done. I know which days I want to do stuff that I care about, that's refueling to me. Because it's not just about doing well in school while we're in school. It's about building habits and character that will take us beyond where we are currently. So that's the second one, is having a schedule. The third one is to have a budget. Like, this is, I've talked about this a couple times, but most college students and young adults, I've found so many times where people will go, oh, I'm just a broke college student. Oh, I'm just a broke whatever. And even if that's accurate and you're in student loans or just barely making it, choosing to agree with that statement does not serve us in the long term. And this is something that a couple of years ago, I was in a program and people would constantly say that. And one of the habits that I developed is whenever someone would say that, I would literally, like, in my mind go, that is not who I am. Like, I created space in between what they said I was and what I actually was, and went, that's not my identity. That's not who I am. And I refuse to accept that. And at the same time, something that I'm working on right now is to continue to separate my internal value, my self-worth, and who I am from the amount of money that I have or that I don't have. Because life is a collection of seasons. There'll be times where I have a lot of money and times where I have less money. And if I can learn now, if we can learn now to value who we are and the things that are great about us, and the ways that we are both beautiful and the ways that we are broken, and we can acknowledge those things, then it gives us the ability to enjoy where we are now, instead of going, man, I wish I was doing this thing. I wish I was over there. And it cultivates this gratitude for who we are, for who I am. And so that's the fourth thing. And the last thing is, especially with school starting off online, is to maximize those first 2 or 3 weeks. And if you've ordered your books ahead of time, like I said, the first one, go ahead and download the syllabuses or syllabi and have an idea of, like, okay, it's about a chapter a week. And have within that schedule, once you've got that kind of scheduled out, now it's about game planning and saying, okay, which of these classes do I care about the most or the least? And actually being okay with saying, hey, there's this class that's general ed or whatever, I have to take it, but it's not the most important class to me. It's to prioritize our classes. And that's actually a part of that link in the description to that free PDF, is a structure to be able to do that and say, hey, which class matters the most? And the reason why I share that is because this last semester, I actually did this. I had a conflict management and negotiation class. And I knew that class, I loved that class. I loved learning about the ideas. I was able to apply it. And inside of that, I went, I don't just want an A. Do I want an A? Yes. What I really want, though, is I want real world application and skills that are going to benefit me for the rest of my life. And if we can come at whatever it is that we're doing in life, whether it's school or work or an internship or building a YouTube channel or social media or whatever it is, if we can understand what's beneath the growth, what's beneath the learning, what's going to happen is it creates a higher strength, a firmer foundation to move from when we don't feel like doing it. And it's taking that small action on a daily basis that can make all the difference. So again, schedule, buy your books, create a schedule, have some sort of a budget. Remember to mind your mind and don't let other people's view of where you are in life dictate where you're going. And then I don't even remember the last one, but I'm very grateful for you watching this. If you did enjoy it, please give this a like and go ahead and subscribe, especially if you are a young adult or college student, for much more content like this to come. Adios.